Welcome to Whispers and Confessions. There might be a twist waiting, so please make sure to watch until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Let's begin right away.
My body responded naturally to her presence. Jessica's playful smile and gentle touch as she washed me sent electricity through my body. Her delicate movements across sensitive areas left me breathless with desire. Following my instincts, I explored her body with tender kisses. Jessica's soft moans encouraged me as I traced my fingers across her smooth, wet skin. The steam-filled shower only heightened our growing passion. I'm Brian, 42, and I've been married to Sarah, 39, for 10 years. We live with our adorable daughter in a peaceful suburban neighborhood in Texas. From the outside looking in, we're the picture-perfect middle-class family. Sarah and I rarely argue and enjoy a harmonious life together. Yet sometimes I can't help but feel that we've traded the spark of our early days for this comfortable stability. Back when we were newlyweds, passion would strike at any moment, during meals, in the shower, while watching TV, after grocery shopping in the car, first thing in the morning, or right when I got home from work. These days, that fire has dimmed considerably. Having a child changed everything. Intimacy became limited to those precious moments when our little one was sound asleep, and even then, we had to tiptoe around to avoid waking her. Between the exhaustion of work and the demands of parenting, crawling into bed for some much-needed rest often took priority over romance. Day by day, this routine seemed to chip away at our passion. Despite this, my deep love for Sarah and our family remains unwavering. I've always made an effort to show my appreciation through small acts of kindness and loving words. There's something truly special about the sense of security and trust that comes with a stable marriage. Our closest friends are our next-door neighbors in the neighborhood, Michael, 40, and Jessica, 35. They have two kids, a first grader and a kindergartner who's right around our daughter's age. We've become like extended family, spending weekends together at the park, hosting summer BBQs in the backyard, and celebrating Christmas as one big group. Jessica shared Sarah's height, but had more curves to her figure. Her hourglass shape was naturally eye-catching, even in casual clothes. While Sarah had a lean, athletic build, Jessica possessed more voluptuous features. Though I couldn't help but notice Jessica's attractive appearance, I never viewed her in a purely physical way. To me, she was first and foremost a devoted mother, Michael's wife, and our cherished neighbor. I believed in maintaining respectful boundaries and keeping our friendship wholesome. But this year's New Year's celebration took an unexpected turn. After the kids dozed off, the four of us, Michael, Jessica, Sarah, and I, found ourselves caught up in a playful moment that led to partner swapping. It's embarrassing to admit, but I want to share this story truthfully. Our friendship with Michael's family blossomed when our daughter started kindergarten. What began as casual greetings at the bus stop each morning turned into friendly chats about carpooling. As our kids became inseparable, we parents naturally grew closer too, spending weekends at the mall or visiting each other's homes. Michael's upbeat personality and endless optimism were infectious, while Jessica's calm confidence and dedication to her children were admirable. We bonded over parenting challenges, exchanged home-cooked meals, and gradually became like family. Our seasonal traditions evolved to include joint backyard BBQs in summer, Halloween decorating parties, and special holiday celebrations for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'll admit, I used to feel awkward about becoming this close with neighbors. Michael and Jessica shared our values, and Sarah had developed a genuine friendship with Jessica, which made our neighborly bond even stronger. When Michael proposed, "Hey, how about we ring in the new year together? The kids are on break, and we adults could share some wine," we jumped at the chance. Little did we know what the evening had in store for us. We set the date for the first weekend of winter break in late December, planning to gather at Michael and Jessica's place. a house we knew as well as our own by now. With a warm smile, Michael did a quick head count. That makes 7 of us. Sarah chimed in, offering to whip up dessert, while Jessica enthusiastically added, I'll make my famous lasagna, planning a menu that would please both the kids and adults. The evening of the party, we arrived with our contributions in hand. Their Christmas tree still stood proudly in the corner, its twinkling lights casting a magical glow across the living room. The kids' faces lit up instantly. Awesome! It's still Christmas in here. The dining table looked like something out of a food magazine. Steaming lasagna, colorful pasta dishes, and fresh salads, while the whole house was filled with mouth-watering aromas of herbs and garlic. Michael and Jessica greeted us at the door with genuine warmth. Michael pulled me into a bear hug with a hearty Brian, my man, while Jessica took Sarah's hand with a playful wink, saying, wait till you taste this wine. It's been breathing all afternoon. Jessica had traded her usual casual wear for a striking black dress that perfectly showcased her curves. The knee-length cut and tastefully revealing neckline struck just the right balance between elegant and alluring. I noticed her effort but kept my appreciation respectful, just a mental note of, she cleans up nice before moving on. The party kicked off around 7, with all 7 of us gathering for what started as a typical family dinner. After the meal, the kids disappeared into their world of Disney movies and Nintendo games, while we adults settled in with our wine glasses, exchanging the usual year-end pleasantries and neighborly good wishes. Though I'm not typically a big wine drinker, I made an exception for the occasion, thinking, hey, it's New Year's. Before we knew it, we were all feeling pretty loose after several rounds of drinks. By 9, the kids were fighting losing battles with their eyelids. We got them changed into PJs and tucked into the guest room, where they quickly drifted off. Back in the living room, it was just us 4 adults when Michael playfully announced, now the adult party can really start. There was an interesting vibe in the air, but partner swapping couldn't have been further from my mind. I just assumed he meant more drinks. The coffee table had somehow transformed into a minibar, sporting red wine, white wine, and even some whiskey. As the night wore on and the alcohol flowed, our conversation gradually shifted from innocent year-end reflections to more intimate territory. We found ourselves discussing how marriage changes over time and the challenges of maintaining romance with kids in the picture. I opened up, admitting, Sarah and I are solid, but that early spark isn't quite what it used to be, to which Michael laughed knowingly, adding, try having 2 kids, it's even tougher. The conversation got even more personal when Michael ventured, so, how often do you guys get intimate? Maybe it was the wine talking, but the question didn't feel out of bounds. Once or twice a month, if we're lucky? I offered, and Sarah's quiet nod confirmed it. Jessica let out a commiserating sigh, sharing, that sounds familiar. The kids keep us so busy. Michael chuckled, reminiscing. We couldn't keep our hands off each other back then. We all burst out laughing, recognizing our own stories in his words. As the wine flowed, Sarah ventured, maybe we need to add some excitement to our relationship? Jessica nodded thoughtfully, replying, you might be onto something there. The atmosphere in the living room shifted, becoming charged with an unexpected sensual energy. In our wine-induced haze, someone, though I can't recall who, playfully floated the idea of switching partners. To everyone's surprise, the suggestion wasn't immediately shot down. What started as a half-serious joke sparked meaningful glances between Jessica and me, while Michael and Sarah exchanged knowing looks. Caught up in the moment, Michael rose from his seat and moved beside Jessica. What do you say we give it a try? He suggested, gesturing for me to take his place next to Sarah. With a mix of nervousness and excitement in her voice, Sarah whispered, just this once. It'll be okay. After a moment's hesitation, Sarah's flushed cheeks and soft, well, if it's just this one time, surprised me. I'd never seen my typically reserved wife show interest in something so adventurous. Amazing what a few glasses of wine can do. Jessica slid closer, her thigh pressing against mine as she ran her hand along my arm. "Mm, you're hiding some muscle under there," she teased. The warmth of her touch sent tingles through my body. "I wonder what other surprises you're hiding," she added with a flirtatious wink. Meanwhile, Michael had pulled Sarah into an embrace, their lips meeting in a passionate kiss. Rather than resist, Sarah melted into him, her arms wrapping around his waist as her breathing quickened. As Michael's hands started to wander beneath her blouse, Sarah suddenly pulled back. "Hold on, I'd like to freshen up first." The room fell silent until Jessica suggested, "Why don't you two go ahead? Brian and I can follow after." Though the idea of showering together raised some eyebrows, it only heightened the anticipation. As Sarah and Michael disappeared into the bathroom, Jessica topped off our wine glasses. "Guess we'll have to wait our turn," she said with a slight smirk. Time seemed to slow as we sipped our wine, until Sarah emerged wrapped in nothing but a white towel, her shy demeanor making my heart race like it hadn't in years. Michael followed shortly after, a towel slung low on his hips. Then it was our turn. In the bathroom, Jessica confidently shed her clothes and stepped into the shower, leaving me momentarily stunned. The water cascaded over her curves, accentuating her voluptuous figure in ways her clothes had only hinted at. I found myself mesmerized by her sensual silhouette, seeing her in an entirely new light. "Jessica," I breathed, "you're absolutely stunning." Her cheeks flushed at the compliment, and through the rising steam, she gave me a smile that was equal parts shy and seductive, making her even more irresistible. My body responded naturally to her presence. Jessica's playful smile and gentle touch as she washed me sent electricity through my body. Her delicate movements across sensitive areas left me breathless with desire. Following my instincts, I explored her body with tender kisses. Jessica's soft moans encouraged me as I traced my fingers across her smooth, wet skin. The steam-filled shower only heightened our growing passion. Though we both yearned to take things further, the thought of Sarah and Michael waiting in the living room kept us in check. We shared one last lingering kiss before reluctantly finishing our shower. Upon entering the dimly lit living room, the creaking of the leather sofa caught our attention. There we found Michael and Sarah lost in their own intimate moment, their bodies intertwined on the couch. The sight of Michael's impressive physique and Sarah's passionate response was unmistakable. Watching Sarah, my usually reserved wife, express herself so freely stirred up a whirlwind of emotions inside me. Confusion and jealousy mixed with an unexpected surge of arousal as I witnessed this transformed version of the woman I thought I knew so well. Her uninhibited display left me both stunned and captivated. The intensity of watching such an intimate moment, particularly involving my own wife, caught me off guard, yet I couldn't deny how the scene affected me. The forbidden nature of our situation, the slight sting of betrayal, and the exhilarating novelty of it all created an intoxicating emotional cocktail I'd never experienced before. As I stood frozen, taking in the scene before me, Jessica's warm embrace from behind sent shivers down my spine. Her breath tickled my ear as she whispered seductively, "Let's not waste any more time," before beginning to pleasure me with passionate kisses. The soft curves of her body pressed against mine, heightening every sensation. The intimate tableau of Sarah and Michael, combined with Jessica's touch, intensified my desire beyond anything I'd experienced before. I explored her most intimate areas with tender kisses. Jessica's body responded with gentle tremors as soft sighs escaped her lips. Her intoxicating scent and silky skin ignited my passion further. Jessica's arousal was evident in every breath and movement. Her breathing grew more intense, her body quivering with anticipation. As we approached our peak together, our movements became more urgent, more desperate. Though mindful of sleeping children upstairs, we couldn't completely suppress our passion. The room filled with the sounds of heavy breathing and muffled pleasure as two couples became lost in intimate exploration. The connection with Jessica was unexpectedly intense. Each movement between us felt perfectly synchronized, building to a passionate crescendo until we both reached an exhilarating climax. Afterward, Jessica nestled in my arms, her breathing gradually steadying as we basked in the afterglow. Right beside us, Sarah and Michael had rekindled their own passionate embrace. The electric atmosphere was heightened as we caught glimpses of each other, creating an intensity none of us had experienced before. The room crackled with an energy that was both thrilling and profound. In the quiet aftermath, Sarah's voice broke the silence with an unexpected suggestion. Why don't we make this a regular thing? Though her boldness caught me off guard, I found myself secretly relieved. I'd been harboring the same thought. Michael and Jessica exchanged knowing glances before enthusiastically agreeing. And just like that, our arrangement was sealed. Now, in our peaceful corner of suburban Texas, we share a delicious secret that adds an extra spark to our everyday lives.